Hello, welcome to Wild About Nature with cats, indoor cats. Bit strange, I know, but there is a correlation, just bear with me. I'm going to do the audio over this video, so it won't tie up with what you're seeing, but what you are seeing is sort of a tour around the bottom of my house. The upstairs is just as bad, which has basically all been done for indoor cats, which I rescue. I don't buy cats. I only ever rehome and foster cats for the local vet. I had 12 last month, but the 4 you'll see in this video are my own, ones that were harder to home and that we look after. So I'm not going to start telling anyone what to do with cats. You know, it's your choice whether you have an indoor cat or an outdoor cat. But there are benefits to having indoors. What I've learned, over the years, and I have a massive amount of experience with cats, and for me personally, I'd never let a cat outside, and there are a lot of ways that you can benefit from having an indoor cat. But the most important thing you have to do before I go into those benefits is make sure the cats are happy. And I do that by creating loads of different things like this skyscraper with helipad on it, which they can climb up and down the inside. And they love things like that. You know, the benefits to cats of having things to do with tubes and scratch posts and that is that they get fit, they keep fit, they love climbing, their interest is kept there, they like to explore, it helps with their clawing and shedding old claws, and they like high points to observe from. If you can do those things, then indoor cats will just look after themselves and very, very low maintenance. The scratch posts in particular not only keep their nails healthy and helps them to shed, and saves your furniture and your carpets and the bottom of your stairs, which is always the first thing to go, but also it keeps them sort of interested again in their own well-being, and they like to scratch on things. So indoors versus outdoors. I'll go on to the money aspects, but there are a lot of benefits. The first thing and the most important thing, it keeps them safe from major incident. By major incident, I mean not being run over or attacked by dogs, poisoned and things like that. There's a hell of a lot of injuries every year from poisoning in particular, because they not only eat rodents which have been poisoned by people, but also they get antifreeze given to them deliberately. This is happening all over the place, and scumbags will do this, and it's disgusting, and the cat gets liver failure and it dies a horrible way. But that is one of the worst things that's becoming more and more common, unfortunately. They are less stressed. It's been proved that cats are less stressed being indoors. They might seem happy outdoors, and they are happy, but they naturally in a territorial sort of manner, and that is a stressful existence when you're worrying about the boundaries of your territory and getting attacked by other cats and bullied by other cats. Before we came on, you saw the benefits to wildlife. I'm not going to go on about that. That speaks for itself. We've basically unleashed hundreds of millions of cats that aren't being kept in check naturally by other predators on the world, and this is it's decimating the wildlife, and that doesn't need any other reasons to be decimated, and this is kind of the tipping point for wildlife. So, go and Google that, but it is devastating to wildlife letting a cat out. And like I say, I know they like to hunt, but you can keep them occupied indoors. I have so many toys for these cats, it is unbelievable, and they're all very happy. You must keep the cat entertained though, and that is why you can see the things on these videos. I have scratch posts which help them climb on sofas and climb on the bed if they're elderly, and you'll see those triangular ones. Loads of high points, loads of things to explore in, and that's the important thing. Now, money-wise, okay, well, this speaks for itself. You're going to save money on food because indoor cats eat less, and you can give them less, otherwise they do get overweight because they're not doing as much exercise. Don't need as much worming or flea treatment, although I do recommend still doing it semi-regularly. We do ours twice a year as opposed to every month, so you're saving money there. Pet insurance. I don't get pet insurance. I put the money away every month, and then if they need something, it's normally minor or would occur naturally. You're not going to get these run over events or anything like that. Those colossal outlays isn't going to happen. You can put that money away in a savings account instead, and at the end of the year, leave a couple of hundred in there and spend the rest. The money side of it really does benefit. We worked out that we save about £400 to £500 a year just on the amount of food that we wouldn't have to give them, because whereas most cats will have 200 to 400 gram packs a day, ours are 1 to 2, and with biscuits, you know, it's halved basically. So that's really, really, really good. This is the outdoor Catio you can see here. If you can do this, brilliant. Understand you don't, you know, you haven't got the space, you can't. Mine's on wheels, so I can move it out of the way. But they love going out there in the summer. They can still watch the birds, and they get just as much enjoyment from watching them as opposed to running after and killing them. And I've got some logs out there for climbing too, and you probably saw then that there is an outdoor litter box. Always have one more litter box than you have cats, because there's nothing that will make a cat more unhappy than having to poo or wee outside that box. It doesn't want to do it. They are naturally clean. So that's a real quick overview of why I like indoor cats. Any question I'm happy to ask, but please don't take this personally if you've got an outdoor cat. Now, I understand that sometimes it's not practical, and I'm not here to preach. I just want to save wildlife, and the world's in a really, really precarious situation at the moment. So this is kind of something that everyone could do, and cats are really happy, indoor cats. I can't explain to you and give you my experience, but trust me when I say I would never, ever imagine letting a cat outside and worrying about it all the time, when you can have an indoor cat that's just as happy, if not more happy, as you can see by little Frank's there. So thanks for listening. Please subscribe and like the video, because all the money that I get, or as little as it is, goes straight to saving wildlife. It's not sort of anything I gain from personally. But so hit like and subscribe, and any questions, please drop them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. But thanks ever so much for watching. Cheers.
There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead.